Family, before we begin, I need to say something important. Today, I'm talking about amputation, medical trauma, depression, mental health, identity, and the emotional weight it put on my family. If that's heavy for you right now, protect your peace. And if at any point this brings up something personal, please reach out to someone. In the United States, you can call or text 988 for the Suicide and Crisis Hotline. You are not weak for needing help. Now, let me take you back. On February 13th of 2007, that date it lives inside me. Some people remember first loves. Some remember championships. Some remember the best day of their life. I remember the day I lost my legs. And here's the part people don't fully understand. I was already disabled. I had lived my entire life with physical challenges. Hospitals weren't new. Surgeries weren't new. Pain wasn't new. But because this wasn't adjustment. This was removal. This was permanent. And permanent changes something in your spirit. Let's clear something up right now. February 13th did not start my depression. I was already deep in it, already fighting thoughts I didn't know how to control, already feeling like I was disappointing people, already feeling tired in ways sleep couldn't fix, already questioning my value, already surviving, but barely. There were already days I was mentally exhausted before my feet even hit the floor. Already nights where my mind wouldn't shut up. Already moments where I felt like I was carrying more than I can handle. And then the amputation happened. It didn't introduce darkness, it intensified it. You can mentally prepare for surgery all you want. You can sign papers, you can nod at doctors, you can say, I understand. But nothing prepares you for waking up different. I remember the moment I became aware, the stillness, the awareness that something that had always been there was no longer there. And it wasn't just physical loss, it was identity loss. Even though I had always been disabled, this was new territory. This was looking down and realizing your body doesn't match your memory anymore. And when you're already depressed, that shift hits like a wave you weren't strong enough to brace for. Here's what trauma does when you're already depressed it amplifies everything, every insecurity louder, every fear becomes sharper, every lie in your mind has been whispering. Now it sounds like the truth. You're a burden. You see, things only get worse. You'll never be the same. Depression loves evidence, and this felt like evidence. That's the dangerous part. When something real happens, your mind uses it as proof that his darkest thoughts were right all along. And fighting that while healing physically, that's a war on two fronts. Now let's talk about something that still hits me hard. My family. When something like this happens, it doesn't just happen to you. It happens to everyone who loves you. I saw the strength on their faces, the encouragement, the positivity, the we got you. But I also saw the fear, the heartbreak, the exhaustion that they tried to hide. And when you're already battling depression, what does your mind do? It twists it. It twists it. It says, look what you're putting them through. You're too much. You're heavy. That's what depression does. It turns love into guilt. And that part hurts almost as much as the surgery itself. After February 13, 2007, I went into survival mode. And if you've watched my channel long enough, you know what that means. Survival mode is quiet, it's distant, it's functioning but not feeling. It's smiling in front of people and shutting down when you're alone. I wasn't thriving, I was existing, healing physically, but struggling mentally. And because I had already been deep in depression before the amputation, this wasn't a new fight. It wasn't escalating. Like I had already been drowning. And now someone added weight. Losing my losing my legs didn't just change my mobility. It fractured my identity. Like, who was I now? Was I weaker? Was I stronger? Was I broken? Was I defined by what I lost? When you live your entire life disabled, you build an identity around endurance. But something major shifts inside that identity. You feel lost. And man, I was lost for a long time. Now, let's be real. There was anger at my body, anger at my circumstances, anger at life, anger at myself. And anger is tricky because sometimes it feels powerful, but underneath anger is grief. I was grieving the version of me that existed before that day. And grieving while depressed is complicated because depression doesn't give you healthy space to grieve. It gives you self-blame. Now, here's where I need you to hear me clearly. Growth, it didn't happen quickly. It took years of reflection, years of struggling, years of learning, years of falling backward and getting back up. Even now, there are moments where the weight of the day still hits me again. But here's the difference between then and now. Back then, I believed in the darkness. Now I challenge it. Back then, I isolated. Now I speak. Back then, I felt like a burden. And now I understand I have purpose. We don't talk enough about how physical trauma rewires mental health. When your body changes suddenly, your brain scrambles to adjust. Confidence shifts. Independence shifts. Future plans shift. And if you're already mentally struggling, it doesn't reset, it compounds. That's what happened to me. This wasn't starting over. This was rebuilding while already exhausted. Over time, something shifted though. Not because life got easier, but because I got stronger. Stronger mentally, stronger emotionally, stronger spiritually. Not perfect, not healed in a straight line, but stronger. I began to understand that losing my legs did not mean losing my value. And depression tried to tell me that it did. But depression lies. If my family ever hears this, I know it hurts you. I know there were nights you were scared for me. I know there were moments you didn't know what to say. Thank you for staying. Thank you for loving me through versions of myself that weren't easy. Because because I wasn't always easy to love. Depression doesn't make you easy, but you stay anyway. February 13th, 2007 changed my body. It intensified my depression. It challenged my identity. It tested my family. It forced growth, but it did not end me. I still struggle sometimes. Let's not romanticize it. But I don't drown the same way anymore. Now I fight back. Now I speak up. Now I use my story. February 13th, 2007 was the day I lost my legs. But it was not the day I lost my fight. If anything, it revealed how much fight was already in me. Family. If you're already struggling and something hits you that makes it worse, I need you to hear this. Just because it intensified the darkness does not mean it defines your future. You're allowed to grieve. You're allowed to struggle. You're allowed to admit it's hard. But you're not finished. Live, laugh, learn, and stay positive. If this meant something to you in any way, I would love for you to please subscribe to Overcoming with Ray Latour because we face the hard conversations here together. I love you guys. I truly mean that. I'll see you in the next video.